Hindi, huwag tayo bumili ng Christmas dinner next time. Let's just buy lights.
Ano kakain natin?
Pag kumita na yung content natin, di ba? Ano tayo?
No.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Madeline.
And this is Unedited.
And Meandering.
And you're noticing that things are a little bit different. Yes, I did shave.
No.
I didn't shave. We're a bit closer to the camera. Actually, move. Scoot your butt.
Where?
I mean, don't go out of frame. Like, I guess there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also this. So we're gonna be like
The mic you speak.
slightly edited and meandering.
Slightly, yeah.
Sabi ni CJ.
Slightly edited. Meandering.
Yeah, we're still gonna be very meandering. Hindi naman kami edited siguro in terms of like whatever we record and say, it's still gonna be like there. We're just like upping the production value. Not the ante.
What's the ante?
It's a bet.
Oh!
Okay.
That's what it means.
Yeah, when you up the ante, you raise the stakes.
I thought just like standard.
Oh, I have a joke.
Okay.
So, guy walks into a bar, right? And there are pieces of meat hanging sa taas, sa rafters ng bar. Okay? And then, the guy asks, what's up with that? And the bartender said, well, you can try to jump up and slap the meat. If you can slap the meat, your drinks for the night are free. If you can't, and you try to jump, you have to pay for everyone's drinks.
What the heck? Okay.
So tinanong siya, do you want to try it? The guy looks at it. Says, nah. The stakes are too high.
I know.
Okay. So, anyway, the show for tonight, our topic is
Voice assistants /
Voices.
AI.
Yeah. So, napaka-weird, di ba? Parang sobrang layo no recent topic natin. But she's been playing around with
What was our last topic?
PTCs.
Oo nga.
Di ba? So, medyo weird to. And we go into like tech. Di ba? So, yan. Okay. So, bakit ito yung topic natin?
Because I was playing with Google. I was playing Google Voice Assistant. Hindi. Kasi ang issue, Google Assistant has a tricky time recognizing my voice for some reason. Like, kanina, it took me like 10 minutes for Google Assistant to recognize my voice. And my reaction from that video was very genuine. Like, oh my god, understood. Try nga natin. Hey, Google.
Genuine reaction.
I'm not used to Google responding to me. It's not gonna work.
Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
No. Payback for whenever I try to imitate him.
So, yeah.
Activate his Google Assistant.
Sobrang, happy siya. And then, what were the questions that you started asking?
Oh, no. Oh, I wish I took note of my questions. Pero, it started getting very sad. I mean,
hey,
not
can you be my friend?
It started like, hey Google, can you be my friend? And then, hey Google, do you love me? Hey Google.
Can you give me a hug? It's so weird. This is what lockdown does. She needs friends.
I have friends. I can't talk to them right now.
Hello, Madeline's friends. Please talk to her. If you're watching this. If you're watching this, please share it to your other friends. And then just spread it around the school.
No.
Like, share it with people who aren't even Madeline's friends. Just like,
Oh, you know what? It's very unlikely that anyone from Pisay will come across this video. But if you do, please check out our zine. Please check out our scale activity.
We should tag people.
At Kalopsha on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Like
KALOPSIA. At Kalopsha.
So, yan. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Di ba I always put a clip up?
Oh.
I'm gonna put it on Instagram. Okay. Then I'm gonna tag at Kalopsha.
Oh, God.
Di ba?
I'm sorry, Griffiths.
Okay, so AI. Uh, so ang interesting kasi we started asking Google about like the different AI, diba? Like
other voice
Siri,
assistants.
Bixby,
You know what?
Cortana.
Apparently, they're very close friends.
Yeah, they're like a whole crew.
Like from what we've gathered, Google Assistant's best friend is Cortana.
Yeah. What's the Amazon one?
Alexa.
Alexa. Yeah.
And you also ask about Clippy. I didn't know about Clippy. What's Clippy?
My daughter is asking, "What's Clippy?" Fantastic question. Okay, so Microsoft Office in the past had a digital assistant. It's probably one of the first digital assistants I would say that reached the mainstream market.
Am I pencil?
No, it's a paperclip.
I think. Oh, I go.
So that's Clippy. I hate Clippy.
Why?
Clippy so because like Clippy keeps recommending stuff that I don't want to do. Like I think that's the limitation of like some digital assistants. Na parang if you actually know what you're trying to do, because digital assistants in the past, maybe that's not true anymore. But digital assistants, they try to fix things that novice users would encounter. You know, problems that novice users would encounter.
Like?
I don't know, formatting issues. Because this was like with Microsoft Word.
Oh.
So if you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, sure, Clippy is really helpful. But if you do know what you're doing, then
It's
Clippy just
annoying.
becomes annoying. Yeah, it's just always there.
Naalala ko yung ginawa ng Windows dati na parang patronizing for old users. Yung inad nila, like, yung buong software looked like a classroom. Right?
Wasn't that like an ad lang? I no, yeah, I remember this.
I think I just saw it in one of Aaron's videos. a lot of my clips from this video is just gonna be Aaron's own.
Yeah. So Aaron is Mr. Who's the Boss on YouTube. Shout out to Mr. Who's the Boss. I know you're watching this. We're gonna tag you.
No.
My daughter loves your videos. I love your videos. I want to get a Vivo.
Oh no, I need to stop doing this because every time I do this, you just make it a thumbnail.
I don't know. It's just like it's not by accident. It's not by like no. It's
You
probably
choose
accident.
that.
Yeah, but like I just take like the I know why, because this is like when you do this, we stop. So it's the one with the least blur. And then no, let's do that, and then let's freeze. So that and freeze. So that's gonna be the thumbnail now.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for helping with the thumbnail. That is the brand. And then like ba, magsa-type ka, di ba, sa Microsoft Office dati. Dear Madeline, ganyan. Then Clippy would just...
Clippy like Grammarly?
I haven't used Grammarly because I don't need to, because
Grammarly's not great with stuff that I need to do because usually I'm writing like scientific stuff.
Don't say that. Like Grammarly's gonna be like a sponsor one day.
You just said you don't need to use Grammarly.
But like other people might.
Oh god. That's what I'm implying. It's not useful to me because I don't need its help when it comes to like normal essays.
Because it's all science words.
Yeah. It's all science words.
So like when you're typing, so is Clippy like Grammarly? There's a spell check, and that was fantastic. That was fantastic because like there's like first time when you were using that, like oh, it'll check your grammar, you know, like.
Isn't there spell check on Word?
Yeah, Word, exactly.
Is that from Clippy?
Clippy is like in every Microsoft Office, but he was like mostly in Word. And then like
Clippy still around?
I think they retired Clippy a few years ago. So like you're typing Dear Madeline, and then Clippy would just pop up and say, "It looks like you're typing a letter. Here are some templates."
Wow. May ganun kaya ngayon. I don't use Word a lot. I use Google Docs.
Google Docs I think has templates as well, but I think the point is like a lot of people realize that that's annoying, so they don't implement that technology.
I'm really bad at Office applications.
I think you don't really.
I once had to ask help to fix the margin of my Word file.
I think you don't really develop an appreciation for them.
I'm sorry, because I don't need to put in my resume that I'm fluent in Microsoft Word.
Yeah, that's kind of expected. That's a thing, right? But that's the thing. It only really becomes relevant when you start using it for work. Like, I wasn't like a spreadsheets guy when I was in college.
Hate spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheets.
Hate spreadsheets. I don't know.
Spreadsheets are life.
Naalala ko when we had to fill out forms, tas the form was in Excel. I was like, why is my numbers turning into hashtags? What the fuck is happening? Like,
you were saying something. I was gonna like bounce off of something that you said, but then I wanted to stay on like the clippy part. What did you say? What were you saying before the clippy part? After the Grammarly. Between the Grammarly and the clippy part, when I said
sciencey words is I use Google Docs. I had to ask help for margins.
No. Anyway. Okay. It'll come to me.
Okay.
So yeah, so people stopped using Clippy because it's annoying. And that's the end of the story. I don't know. That's like oh, do you know? Okay. Do you know where the name Cortana comes from?
No, but it sounds sciencey.
Yeah.
Is it I?
What?
I don't know.
So Cortana is actually the name of the AI in this game called Halo. So in this game called Halo, you're Master Chief. You're like a space soldier, like 9 feet tall.
Hister means womb.
Huh?
Did you know hister means womb?
Hister?
From hysteria.
Yes.
Means womb.
Did you know that hysterectomy means cutting out the wound? Like tonsillectomy?
What? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It just okay. Go back to what you're saying. I had to get the thought out.
Okay. So Cortana was a character in the game. She's the ship's AI. So you're like constantly talking to Cortana. She's telling you like what to do, how to use your tools, etc., etc.
Halo?
Halo, yes.
Oh.
And so, since Halo is a Microsoft product, they started adopting.
Really?
Yeah.
Microsoft made a game?
Oh yeah, Microsoft made lots of games. I remember like
games?
I played this airplane simulator, which is like really, really, really good.
What?
Back in the day, yeah. Yeah, like it's a flight simulator. I think it was Microsoft. Nice. You wonder, like, do you think, like, if I delete the background and you just did that, your nails would also disappear?
Ay, kasi diba, pag chroma key, you paint drop the
yeah.
pipette.
Dropper tool. Dropper tool. Pipette.
Yung color. Since that color doesn't match my nails are much like...
Well, I guess we'll find out later when I delete the background. I don't even know what we're supposed to put in the background.
Sa clips ni Clippy, put Clippy in the background. I don't know.
Pretty sure that's copyrighted material.
Okay.
Is that public domain? I don't know. I don't want to get hit, like, you know, like a copyright.
We're not monetized.
Still.
We can't get hit.
Still, might prevent us from being monetized in the future.
Anong background natin?
Hit that
a lot
like
of things
button.
are copyrighted.
I don't know. Picture natin.
Picture ng paperclip. Picture ng paperclip.
Baka pa hanap ako ng ano.
A box of paperclips.
Para kay Clippy? Or just like in general, like just the whole background,
para
the whole time?
Clippy.
And then, like, what do I do for Cortana? Or also, did you notice that Google is the only one that doesn't have a name for its assistant?
Like
just Google.
Poor Google Assistant. Hey Google, what's your name?
My name's the Google Assistant, because I like to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, that's...
If you'd like a snazzy nickname,
I already have a nickname
for you.
No, that's a nickname for her.
She said for me. Oh.
She has one for you that she can give you.
Okay. Well, I thought that was gonna clear things up, but no.
Yeah. What do you think is like the, no? Like, this whole friendship thing has been played out with... No, I mean... They did this in Big Bang Theory.
Huh?
They had an episode where Raj, like, fell in love with Siri.
What?
Yeah. Did you not watch this?
I stopped watching after, like, season 2 or season 3 because the sexist jokes just, like,
Yeah.
I couldn't power through it.
You went through Friends. Lots of sex and
but,
choking
but
Friends.
I watched Friends when I was 10.
Fair.
It's just nostalgia for me now.
Right. Well,
And I still hate on Ross.
that's true. Well, there's an episode of The Big Bang Theory where Raj gets the update on his iPhone with Siri, and then
Siri
he
was so ugly back then.
starts talking to Siri all the time. Like, he takes Siri out on dates, and like...
That reminds me of the guy that married Hatsune Miku.
Who?
Hatsune Miku?
Who?
I don't know how to explain Hatsune Miku to you.
Is that the rice cooker?
What?
I don't
What?
know. There's a guy who married the rice cooker.
What?
Did you not hear about like the Malaysian guy who married the rice cooker?
What?
Google it.
Hey Google. Malaysian guy that married a rice cooker. Why is my phone like this?
According to the Indian Express, Koirul Anam from
Indonesian
Nagaland,
man.
Java,
Oh,
took
Indonesian.
to
Is that
Facebook
racist?
to announce his wedding by posting pictures
This is
of
wrong.
a bizarre
This is
nuptial
wrong.
ceremony.
See?
Why?
Uh-huh.
Guy who married Hatsune Miku.
Would you marry a rice cooker if it's like the black?
Akihiko Kondo.
Married-
According to South
Oh.
China Morning Post,
Virtual idol.
Akihiko Kondo married a hologram
Digital
of
waifu.
Hatsune Miku, a virtual idol.
Oh my god. That reminds me. We
Ah.
had this presentation for Socksai once. Now we had to propose like a business model.
Uh-huh.
And Sir gave us a list of land, labor, and capital.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, so like most of us like did normal things like fruit picking or like cottage in the forest, ganun, ganun. One group made a dating sim.
Mm.
And dating sim na virtual reality. And they said, na you're given the room, VR, and it's a dating sim. And they have a priest on demand.
So that you can marry your waifu?
Yeah. And I was like, so I was friends with one of actually I remember I was friends with one of the group members.
So
And I messaged him like, who came up with this idea? He said, me? Like, that's sad.
okay. So deviating a little bit as is our brand. But like you have all these paraphilias that were considered deviant behavior before.
What's paraphilia?
I like just Google it.
Hey Google. Paraphilia.
According to NCBI, paraphilia is a persistent and recurrent
Oh.
sexual interests.
Okay. So
You're not my Google anymore.
it was never supposed to be your Google.
What will your name on my contacts be now?
I don't know, Papa. So anyway, have like in the past, some of the things that are generally accepted now, they were considered paraphilias. Do you think that the things that we consider paraphilias now would be considered like acceptable or mainstream?
Being a furry or something?
Yeah.
I feel like being a furry is mainstream now.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't think we should be making fun of. I mean, making fun of furries is such like low hanging fruit. It's like there's a part where
Sorry na yun, no, when he keeps reaching for the fruit, the water keeps going up, or the fruit.
Tantalus.
Okay. I'm sorry. My
It's okay.
mind wanders a lot.
So saying, so there's like this aspect of it. Yeah, of course it's wrong to make fun of people always, like regardless, unless you're punching up.
Unless it's Trump.
Yeah, or other people in higher authority. But then there's also that part where it's just lazy at this point, where it's not even funny because like
Imagine I get iffy about when like YouTubers now, because the wiki feet became a thing, became like a more popular thing. Whenever they vlog, like, oh, no free feed for you. It's like takes me out of the immersive. Like, I mean, I get maybe you're actually concerned, but like, don't say that in every video where you show your feet or something. Kunyari, kunyari they're...
I thought you were gonna show your feet. What the hell?
No. Kunyari they're, I don't know, they're like modeling clothes or whatever, and they're just in their room, so they're not wearing any shoes, and then they're gonna show the outfit in the mirror. So makikita yung paan nila, and then they're gonna blur out their feet. And it became such a prominent thing now, because they think it's funny.
So... Yeah, I didn't learn.
There was
So, okay, that part, for example, like, being into feet was considered paraphilia. Oh, I don't know if it's still considered paraphilia, but like, now it's just like played for laughs, right? It's not weird anymore.
You know what my first exposure to that was?
What?
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Which one?
Because, what's her name? White. What's her name?
What?
Jacqueline.
What?
What? That's her last name!
Okay, like, I was thinking, like, a bunch of them are white. What are you talking about?
Jacqueline. Diba? Always goes to her plastic surgeon to get her, like, toes fixed or something because her husband
is into feet.
Yeah. And so, like, feet
There's a film director who made, like, a career being known as, like, the guy who's into feet. I really like him.
Who's that?
Quentin Tarantino. Like, all of his movies have, like, feature feet prominently.
Okay. What's a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
It looks scary. Or am I thinking of Clockwork Orange? I'm thinking of Clockwork Orange.
Have you seen Clockwork Orange?
No, it looks scary. It looks scary.
I watched Clockwork Orange. We were already living in Manila. I was folding clothes. I remember that night.
How old were you?
Huh? I don't know. 20, 21?
Oh.
We were living in Manila. 22? Something like that. I'm worried that all my breathing is being captured by the mic.
Probably.
I can't help it. I am a very noisy. Should I breathe through my mouth?
No.
So, anyway, going back to digital assistants.
Oo nga pala. This is the meandering.
Yeah. I guess that question of, like, are we moving towards a, like, people just using digital assistants all the time to make it easier?
Kasi diba, the thing with buying a new smartphone now is making sure it fits into your ecosystem. Like, say, if you're an Apple user, you want to
all
use
Apple products.
Apple products kasi maganda yung ecosystem mo, and like, maybe you can use Siri on this device para, you know, or like if you have Amazon products,
Siri, can you play?
Alexa.
But there are no Amazon phones though. Like, I mean, there was, but like, fire crashed. You know, like, again, thank you, Aaron, for that information.
Every tech knowledge I have is because of Aaron.
Mr. Who's the Boss. I get that. Like for me personally, I don't have any other devices. Like, I don't have any other Samsung devices. But I don't, like, as much as I want to use the Vivo phone, I want to get the Vivo phone. I'm kind of hesitating because of just how used I am to Samsung.
Yeah. I mean, when I got used to the Samsung UI because of your old phone and this one. Tapos, nung nag-iPhone ako, I remember like, what the fuck is... what is happening here?
You realize you curse more than I do in these videos?
I curse a lot more than you in general.
I doubt that.
Yes.
I mean, doubt that.
Yeah, maybe. Why am I getting like a gravelly voice?
Your grandmother would not approve. Your mother would not approve. Yeah. Oh, the cursing. Oh my gosh. Okay. But like, so Samsung, right? But like, even I use the assistant sometimes, like, for ridiculous things, you know, just because
you can.
Yeah, but like also it's a little bit easier. Like, just that tiny bit of like making my life easier is worth it. Like setting an alarm or converting measurements. That's usually what I do. I don't ever have to memorize anything now because, like, I don't know how many pounds, Well, I can calculate that, but I don't know what is the value of 350 degrees Fahrenheit, because I can just ask in Celsius. I can just ask Google for that, like, very quickly. So yun. And I think it does have serious implications for education.
I should dismiss it.
Yeah. Okay.
Another alarm.
So it has serious implications for education, where we need to be more aware of what we're trying to teach students.
What do you mean?
I mean, what is the value of C?
I don't know. Wait, what's C?
The speed of light.
Oh, 1 point something.
No.
Wait, hindi ba?
But
I know.
because you're from Pisay, and like these are things that you should know by now.
I have Google.
Exactly my point. These are things I memorize, and because I use them a lot. But if you don't use them a lot, and you just need to refer to them, then
Google
it's
1 point something.
no.
Are you sure? 3 point something.
3 point something what?
Some raised to 13. I don't know.
What is Avogadro's number?
6.13. So I'm not very. I don't like. What do you call that?
Science?
No. What do you call that in chem?
Stoichiometry?
I hate stoichiometry.
Steos.
Stoic. I hate stoic. I don't like math.
I don't know any values for bio, so I can't really ask you bio stuff.
What are values in bio?
I don't know. But again, I don't really know any values in bio.
What are values in bio?
But so like, you don't have to like memorize these things, because it's always just gonna be available. Like the same way that engineers don't have to learn how to use a slide rule anymore, because there's always gonna be a calculator. Yun. But then it becomes more important to focus on questions that do matter. Like, for example, when would you use a chi-square?
Like in statistics?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm bad at statistics. I'm bad at math.
What question can I ask you? That's like going to prove my point.
Something trivia like.
No, that has to be like, because that's the point, diba? Trivia is just something that we can always look up. Facts are things that we can just always look up. But like, if I ask you to make a phylogenetic tree,
Okay.
I don't
Can I
know.
use blast?
Yeah, but then you know what tools to use.
Yeah.
That's the implication in education. Hindi yung tipong in the past, it's always about memorizing facts, details, dates, and all that. It's about knowing which tools to use and knowing how to use them.
Okay.
What? I can hear my own breathing.
Stop being so conscious.
I can't, because you always point it out. Like, sometimes I'm just like watching, and then she goes like, "Are you breathing?" Like, I guess. I'm sorry.
Or like, you're just watching something, and I would think he's sleeping na, because his breathing sounds like he's snoring.
Why were you asking Google if she killed her parents?
That felt like
Dear
the
internet.
appropriate next question.
Dear internet. If anything ever happens to me, my daughter Googled, "Did you kill your parents?"
No. It felt like the most appropriate next question.
Did you kill your parents was an appropriate question.
I don't know. It's Google. I wanted to know if there was a history.
So what do you think will happen next in terms of like, how do you think as digital assistants would like progress? What do you want them to be able to do aside from giving you a hug or something?
Oh. Ano bang di kaya gawin ng digital assistants ngayon? Ano bang limit nila ngayon? I mean, they can pay your bills. Can they?
I haven't tried. I mean, I can.
Maybe ayun yung next best thing.
But like, you can automate that. You don't need a digital assistant to do it.
I don't know. I don't pay bills.
No, you don't.
What could be the next best thing? Eh, di ba may develop sila ngayon na digital assistants na may body na rin. Like, may mukha na sila, pero it's not a real person. Like,
It's freaky. Like...
this is not a face, this is not a real...
this is not a real human, yeah. Like, you can go to a website and generate, like, a fake human.
Yeah, parang may ginagawa sila ng ganun para, like, I don't know, hospitals, receptionist is just AI. But it's not a real person.
How do you think people would start acting towards AI? Because, like, you find it weird when I thank Google. I'm just saying. I want to be on the safe side. Like, if like the
you
robot
think Google
overlords.
And I asked Google if she killed her parents.
Oh well, I think between the two of us, which one is like the more proper thing to do, right?
Maybe Google and I like become close.
And then she'll tell you where the bodies are hidden.
Where in the dark web did I
like if you ask, hey Google, did you kill your parents? Why? Do you have plans?
Oh my god.
So yeah, so parang I think the way that we interact with technology will change the more that AI becomes a bigger part of our lives. And the more that these digital assistants play a part in our lives. Like, there's this video where it's AI calling a salon to book an appointment. And it's not robotic. It's like, it sounds like
a human.
It sounds like a conversation. Like, it's a person in the salon, but it's an AI talking to that person.
Okay. And what?
Oh, you have to watch it. It's impressive, and you have to watch it if you haven't watched it, because it's so lifelike. Like, the other person didn't even know that it was AI. The person in the salon. So like the AI would have this almost like, yeah, that doesn't really work for me.
Oh.
Ganun siya na ano.
Like, in the future, AIs can carry out a conversation.
Are you looking forward to that feature?
Yeah.
Please be friends with my daughter.
Please be friends with me.
Follow us. Subscribe. Leave comments. Please be friends with her.
No, I'm just not doing that.
We already have our thumbnail.
Oh, man. Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Okay.